You're welcome. Hope you're doing very well and you're understanding our concept and you're building the project. Assuming that everything is fine and we'll continue with this. In today's lesson, we'll learn like how to add a new form. So particularly how to make the student details entry form. So we already seen like how to make course detail form. Now we're going to make the student detail form. For this, most of the data, most of the code and design we copy from and then we can paste to the student form. And also we can use the reuse the code. Okay, what are the code is already written, we can utilize the same code and then we can modify it and we can utilize in the student data entry form. So it's a part 7 of the series VB.NET project, and if you are watching this the first time, we suggest you go from the part 1 and all the links are provided in the description. So go to the description and check out the links and then go to the part 1 and watch from that and then parallelly start doing the project. Therefore any projects in VB.NET you can able to do it once you complete this project. So this project code is also available from the our site. So therefore you follow the link and if you wish you can download that link. Now let's move on to the Visual Studio and there we'll learn all these things. So here in we are in Visual Studio. We already opened the project which we done in the previous class. So this is the college management and now we can see that our course form is completely ready. So we'll have new button, save button, update, delete, display and your grid. So these are the three columns. Now we want to make the student form. For that any of us, let us create the table. Okay. So in order to make a table, so here is a course table. So now we want to make the student table. So you can write create table, student table. So first column is register number. So therefore you can make it as register number. So we'll take a varchar because it will have some characters also. Therefore varchar of 10. So maximum is 10. So we'll take varchar of 10. Then student name. Sometimes it's always better to avoid reserve words like no name. Name may be a sometime reserve word. Therefore you try to avoid. So add something to that. Therefore you take as a yes name. Yes name, that is a student name. Now it is a varchar of 50. Here I'm not using the constraint, that is a primary key, foreign key and all these things. So that we learn probably in the next videos, because if you make everything in a first video or first time it becomes very complicated and there are a lot of errors, then it's very difficult to enter the data. So therefore whenever you learning, don't make first time very complicated, make step by step simple things, learn it, then you go to the complicated one. So therefore, so we'll teach you all these things probably in the later classes. Now we'll make a simple table, that is a yes name. Then we want to take the address. So this is the address, and now address we require a more characters, therefore let's make 250. Then you take the mobile number. Now we'll take a different data type here, number data type. So number of 10 we can use, otherwise we can use the big integer. So big int. There are separate videos to learn data types, so please watch our channel. So we have most of the videos for this. And then we want to take the email ID, so therefore you can say email. So this is varchar of 50. Then course name. So this student belongs to which course? So there is a course name. This is varchar of 10. So because the course name in the previous table it's 10. So here you can see that this is a varchar of 10. So here also we want to take a varchar 10. So we can set the foreign key reference to this column, but we can do it in the code only. So therefore we call all these data to the Kuma box. Therefore you can select the one from the list. That will do the job. Now I'm going to create this table in a database. I copy this. So go to college management, tables, right click, new query. So you have a new query here. Paste this query here and then you need to execute this. So execute. So completed successfully. Now if you refresh this, you can see student table is created. So close this. So you don't need to save because we already have the code in the notepad. So now student table is ready. So next step is we need to have a form. So we require one more form. So for that, to go to project, add form, project, add. So here is a Windows form. Click on this. So select form, Windows form here, and then form name. Now this is a student detail, so therefore you can say student form. Name of the form is student form. Then click add. See that student form appear here, and there is a gray color. So first we're going to change the background color. Right, so here is a back color, change to some other color now. So let's say this color, and then you need to change the font. So because 8.25 is very small, so let's make it as 12, or whatever the size you want, you can retain. And here is the font name, so I'm going to use a Verdana, or which font you like, you can use that particular font. And then so there is a window state here, last one, so you can make it as a maximized. And here you can see title, text is already student form. You want on space here, you can give the space, or you can say student details entry. So this data will come in the form title bar. Okay, so form, this is the form and this is the title. So in the title this text will be displayed. It's fine. So I made all these changes. Now go to the my project. So here is a course form. Instead of course form, select the student form. Now we straight away going to run the student form. Save this. Now run. So you can see that empty student form will be appear on screen. Now let us design the student form. So what are the fields are required? For student form you require register number, name, address, mobile number, email and course name. So for all this, text box will do the job. For course name you require a combo box. So you come back to this course form and we record almost everything here. So therefore we can just copy everything, click and drag, right? So then Control C, copy this. So come back to this, paste. So then you drag, you select everything. You can copy one by one also. Now bring to left side. So let it be there here. Now you want to copy the grid and a few more buttons. So let's copy this too. Okay, so we'll keep these things here and then we'll bring down the buttons down. Okay, so right now we have all the controls ready. Now we have to make the changes. So here is the register number. So change to register number. Okay, so register number. So this is name you required. So therefore what I'll do is I'll change to multi-line to single line. So this is a student name. Right. Next one is address. So I'll just take this down. So you required one more field for address. Copy this, paste again. So now this is address and this is multi-line. So I may record two more. Fine. So mobile number, email and the course name. Now here course name has to come. So therefore whatever the data we already have in a collection, so this is item collection, we need to remove them. So we don't want all these numbers. So delete all the things and click OK. Now you don't have 1, 2, 3 and all. So now we need to learn like how to select the data from this course name and then transfer to this combo box. That is the first step. And then here is a register number. Okay, so 10-digit register number, name, address, mobile number. So mobile number also we can reduce to smaller size. And this is the email ID and this is the course name. Now when you click new, so again you have to clear everything, right? So therefore I can go to course form this coding. So this SQL client is important. Therefore I can copy here, I can paste in the beginning. Again these variables also important. I can copy this, I can paste it here. Right. So next button one click. So here is the code. We'll copy this and then you say button one click, we can paste it here. Now you can write 3, 4. So how many text boxes we are having now? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 text boxes. We need to write again, copy this So 3, likewise 4, 5. Okay, so you need to complete the up to 5. So then only we clear all the text boxes. That is done. Next step, when you click the save button, so you have to save the record. To save the record, concept is almost same. Therefore, I can copy from this. So I'll paste it over there. But your table name changes and the values will changes. Okay, that we need to take care here. So they say that it's showing an error. So because we are not yet copied the 4 button 4. Yeah, here it is. So we need to copy this. So here is the button 4, that is the display. And you need to take care the button numbers are same. Okay. Otherwise you have to give the name, that is much more better, but we have taken the default number only. So therefore it should be 4. Now insert. Okay. So let's learn how to insert the data. So here is insert to student table. So therefore you need to change the course to student table. That is important. Student table. Now first value text box 1. Again both the sides we require a quotes. Yes, name is a varchar. So again that's correct. Now we require 3 more. Okay. So therefore copy this. So this for address, mobile number and the email ID. So this is 2. This becomes 3. That is address, mobile number. Because now it is a number, we don't require quotes on the both the sides. So for number there is no quotes. Okay, you need to remove the single quotes. So that is very important. Otherwise it gives an error. 4. Now this is 5. So that is the email ID. Next one is the Kuma box. So what are the values there in the Kuma box 1 that we want to transfer? So then we want to insert it. So it will be inserted. Then it's a record saved successfully. So now when you click this, so the data has to display in the grid view. For that, instead of course name, so you have to take the register number here. Then the student name, that is S name. Then you can take the course name. So COURSEN, 3 columns. Right. So this is from the student table. And here is a S name. So SQL is not a case sensitive. Here small letter, capital letter is okay. There is no problem. Fine. Now our insert statement is almost over. Okay, that what we learned in whole one video. So we had done it in a few seconds, so a few minutes. Let's run it again now. Now click new. So cursor go there. So now let's say B101, right? So then if you want to slash 2021, so within 10 characters it should be there. So name Ravi, address right. So next is the mobile number. So you can write the mobile number is 10101010. So that is it. Next email ID. So let's say ravi@gmail.com. So course, when I transfer the course, okay. Okay. So we supposed to transfer the course. I'll just put it as a B here. So now I'm going to save this record. Record saved successfully. And now you can see that it came automatically to the grid view. So all this is done. But now here important is, so we want to bring the data from the course table to this Kuma box. That is important. Otherwise now we successfully save the record. Now how to bring the data to the Kuma box? For that you have to go to form load event. You can see that here is the form load event. So we need to select all the data. So for select you can have a select statement. So you can see that select statement is here. So I can copy this. So because select, we need to select all the data from the course table to Kuma box, right? So now you can say select star. We don't want star because we don't want all the column. We want only the first column. So that is the course name. So then there is no need of where condition here. I'll take out the where condition. So instead of that, you have to use the order by. So there should come by order by course name. So we want to select the course name from this table and there should be an order. Done. So we'll execute this, we'll execute the reader. Now we are in the DR1. So earlier we check for one value, therefore you are using the if condition here. If dr1.read, if there is a record, So read only once it will read. Now here not only one record but there are more records. So therefore I'll use a while condition here. So while loop dr1 dot read. So if reads, so what while loop will do, it'll keep read the data till the end of the records. Okay, if there are 5 records, 5 times this loop will run. If there is only one record, so once is go. So therefore that's how it works. Okay, there is no record, then while loop will not be executed and nothing will happen. Now combo box 1. So here how we can transfer programmatically to the combo box. So all the values, instead of typing ourselves in the items, we can transfer automatically here. So this is items dot add. So you want to add the record, then open brackets. So dr1 of 0. So because 0 column, you can use a toString, right? So therefore the value will be transferred to combo box 1. Now you can close the SQL connection. So this will transfer the all the values from the course table to this combo box. Now you can see that B, so BSc, all will be there, right? So now you can see that it is not refreshed. Okay, so why it's not refreshed? So this function we are not called. So that is the button for click. So that we need to call in the load event. Okay, so after loading this, we can call this one. So now if we run this, what are the student entries already done? It will come automatically over here. That is done. Now we need to take care of update and delete. So all this rest is done. So update and delete. So first we'll do the delete. So delete. So this is a delete. So go back to course form again. Here also there is a delete here. So same code, copy from this. So we can paste it here. So what are the changes? Here you need to change to table name. Change the table name, student table. So instead of course name, this is the register number pkvar, right? And also now we can see that all delete things is over, because so this is the important statement, SQL statement, to delete the record from the this particular table. But only thing is we don't have pkvar, so pkvar value is not transferred yet, because when you click on the content, that code is not yet written. Therefore if I double click on this, you can see that dg1 cell content click event is created, because this is the default event. dg1 cell content click is a default event. Therefore if you double click on this, immediately will come to this place. So at this moment it will do the job, but it's not true in all the cases. But for example, if you want to write in a different event, then naturally you have to go to this dg1, then you have to go to events here, and you have to select the which event you want. For example, click event you want, cell click, general click, cell leave. There are so many there here. So one is key up, key press. So here lot of events. Okay, so it take long time to understand each one. But anyway, we want to interested in the cell click event. When you click on the cell content, so what you want to do. So that is the reason. So therefore, let me go there. And now we'll use the same code. Whatever the code is already written here. So this is cell content click. So it's already there here. You can copy this. So copy this, and then you can come back here and you can paste. So one thing is very important. If it's a number, okay, so pkvar is a number. Now we take it as a string. If it is a number, then you have to make the changes to the pkvar as a number here. And whenever you call this, then there is no single quotes on both the sides. If it is a number, now it's a string, therefore there is no problem. Okay, this is the content click. So select star from the student table, not from the course table. This is the student table, and be careful like when you type the table name. If you make wrong, then definitely errors will come. So then here is the register number. So as I already told, this is not a case sensitive. SQL statements are not case sensitive. Therefore, this register number you write in small letter, capital letter, or any keyword you write in small or capital will do the job. Okay. So we select the student table, for this particular list number. Now we have text box 1, text box 2, 3 more text boxes are required. Therefore, you copy this and then paste here 3, 4, 5. Right. So this becomes 3, this becomes 4, this becomes 5. Right. Next is the 2 and this becomes 3, this becomes 4, because all are in the order. Okay. If there is order is mismatch, then you need to correspondingly change the column values. So save this. So saved. Now we can able to delete the record. So because the values will come back to the text boxes and you'll go to the variable. Now you can able to delete it. Right. So run. So click on this. So, okay. So let it be there. I'll enter some dummy data 103. So at the rate gmail.com something. Record saved. Okay. So they're done. So this is the B1. So this is another one. Now we don't want this record. So therefore you can click delete. Record deleted. So it's removed from this. Okay. So when you click new, so you can enter the new record. Now close button code is not written. So we need to write the code for the close button. So that is me.close. Can do the job. Next one is the update. So now update also we can copy from here. So here is the update. So now, okay, so copy this. Right. So you need to update like no. So another 3 columns. Instead of that, what we can do is we can delete the record and then we can insert the record, because insert is already written here. So we already have the statement to insert the record. So if we call this function, so it automatically inserted. But we don't want this function to be called. I'm sorry, this message box has to be called. So instead of that, you need to say a record saved or record updated. Okay, one if condition has to be written there. Okay, let's first we'll update this. So later we see that how to do that one. Okay. So here is durations and the column name has to be changed now. So this is yes name. So next is the address, because this one, okay, address. Sorry, combo box. So combo box 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this instead of address is supposed to be course name. Course name. The last one is a course name, that is combo box 1. And here is the register number, that is pkvar. And now this is yes name, then this is address. Okay, I just copy and paste. Now we make it as address, that is the third column. Next one is a mobile number, so here is a mobile number, and here for mobile number no need of quotes, so you have to remove that quote. And this becomes 3, text box 3, this is 4. Okay, next one more you record email, so therefore you need to copy and then paste. Okay, so paste again, so copy that first. So take care of commas too. So comma 1 comma should be there. Okay, so now here it is email. So this is text box 5, and for these codes are required both the sides. You can see there are codes. For this is not required. Okay, so I just remove the codes on both the sides. Right, now it is done. So save this, run. So now we'll enter some dummy data. Okay, so let's say BSc. Fine. So save, record saved. Now we select this. Now I want to make it as Arun, and here is the email ID. And let's change to number second main. Now I click update. So you can see that there is an error here. What is our invalid column name register number? So why register number? So if we check register number, this is register number only. Then why error? So read the statement carefully. See where you have to make the changes. Got it? This is because course table. So we are not change the table name. So therefore the table name is supposed to be student table, not the course table. So therefore you have to change student table. Now I'll take the cursor back to the top. I can re-execute this. So run it again. So again say that column name S name is specified more than once. Okay, so because this becomes twice here. Okay, so when you copy and paste, you need to take care, you have to paste only once. So again take back the cursor up. So record updated. So now you can see that. So it's a Arun. So that's how we can update the record. You can delete and you can save and we can make the new form so easily. So please try all these things. If you have any difficulty, please write it in the comment box. So let me know. And if you like this video and you are learning from us, so please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and also please refer our channel to your friends. Thank you.